are you guys doing? So on these days, we're having a different vlog. You mustn't go there. My lovely wife, she's about to join me in a few minutes. So today we are talking to our younger self, ourselves in 20s. We are taking back ourselves to 20s. What would I tell myself, or what would I tell the 20-year-old me?
What did you tell yourself, baby?
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
So as I was telling them today, we are talking to the younger us.
Yeah.
What would I tell that young me, who is 20-year-old?
That 20-year-old birthday.
Yes.
What did you
Welcome
tell
to this vlog.
Thank you. How are you guys doing? Hope you're well. I'm well too, and I'm excited because this vlog, it's something we were reflecting on, and we were like, of course, we are now wiser than we were, and there are things we definitely advise.
Okay, she's not telling you the truth. Okay, I'm more wiser. You're wise.
No, babe. Actually, wisdom doesn't come. Okay, doesn't necessarily always come with age, right?
Yeah,
is it
that's
true?
That's
yeah,
true.
That's so true.
Oh, but I'm
But
wiser.
at
I'm
least,
wiser.
yeah.
Just agree. You can just accept you're wise. Accept you're wise. I'm wiser.
I'm wise. You're wiser.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Anyway, so there's some things that we've learned over the years, and we just would like to share. What would you tell your younger self?
Yes.
So let me start, like career-wise. So I remember when I finished Form 4, there was something I really was passionate about, and I wanted to study counseling psychology. And I tried to do my research, but I was told, this field is saturated, the market is flooded, there's so many professionals, and actually they're not in high demand, And so I thought, okay, let me look for something else. But what I'll tell that young Marcy right now who is trying to look for a course, if you're truly passionate about a certain cause, go do it. It doesn't matter how many professionals out here are there, or at that moment that course is like, we don't need, that's what I was told. Counseling psychology is not very,
it's not marketable.
It's not marketable, but look at right now, so many people are suffering from mental health issues and they need these counselors, like it has shot from 0 to 100 the demand for counseling psychologists. And back then, which was like 7 years ago, we didn't have. So if you are really passionate about a certain cause, go do it. It doesn't matter what they're saying, just do it if that's what your passion is. And if you're not passionate about, at times when you graduate, you're not really sure what you want to do. So seek help now and there, and let your driving force not be the amount of money a certain career pays, because things change, okay? So be wise. But if you're passionate about something, pursue it regardless.
So as for me, I wanted to do medicine as a course. I never went to UN, and I was like, I applied to do medicine. I was like, yeah, you can do this course by the way. But the cost, the cost was not just limiting, it was accumulating cost per year. So, but looking back then, that was affordable.
It was
affordable. What happened? There was no structure. They didn't have a structure of how we would be paid. You see, we feared like maybe I would drop out of the
exactly.
But if it was now, the age, I would tell them to do whatever they can. Do whatever you can.
This
is my course.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the course that I have. Maybe that's what I will have stuck to even by now.
Right now.
Yes. I don't regret what I'm doing currently, but I just say, we're just looking, you see, you're speaking to our younger self. Insist on what you want to do. Come on, your medicine, go for it. Yeah. No matter the cost, no matter what, because that is where the heart is at that time.
Okay,
Yes.
Let's go to dating life.
Dating life.
What would you tell that young buddy, 20-year-old, 25-year-old
trying to date? Wow. First, I will tell him this, that dating is a process, and you have to trust that process like that. You don't have to think that every woman when you come across is a potential wife. No. So you have trust in the process. Utakuwa na casualties. Casualties. So itafika point unaona tu as you move on, you don't have to don't rush. Why your life you're dating, usifikirie like you can marry every woman. It's a process.
So yeah, trust the process. That's what I'd say too. Trust the process and follow your heart, but take your brains with you. Yeah. Follow your heart, but take your brains with you. So that's when okay, for me, I feel when we started dating, it was we fell in love, so I just followed my heart and really I think what I always say, God led me to the right path, because I wasn't wise enough to maybe see the red flags or anything, but God led me to the right path because they were no azikuwa. You see, that's why we've been able to. By the way, we dated how many years? 6 years.
6 years. I think
yeah, and then we married it. So God was just there. That's what I can say. What would you say about? What would you tell yourself, your younger self, about money and finances?
Hapa najiita kwa meeting.
Especially when you started earning.
I don't know. My first salary was 10,000 back in 2012, and you know what I thought? To me, it was a lot of money at that time. Yeah. But I didn't save. You see, out of all the 10,000 when we grow at that time, what I thought was hey, this is good money for now.
Yeah.
I didn't save anything. See, and that is the habit when you reform. Because are you 80 or 20 something?
You were not saving.
I was not saving because anyway I had a circle, but I tried joining a circle, but it wasn't. I didn't have the habit of saving.
The culture of saving was not there.
Yes, I didn't have that habit. So what I would tell him, the 20-year-old, no matter the amount that you may earn, save. And the saving doesn't have to be because I'm earning, how do you put it? It doesn't matter the amount of money that you're saving.
It's not about the amount of money. Yeah.
It's about the habit.
The habit, yeah.
The habit of saving. That is what I would tell the...
Yeah, so by the way, I feel people also make that mistake of thinking, now that I am earning 10,000, I'll start saving when I start earning 30,000. It's not about the amount. With that 10,000, start keeping 100, right? So for me, I was fortunate enough that my dad really took time to teach me about finances, and I have known about saving since I was little. I started saving back in primary school, by the way. Yeah. And it's something I've always known. By the time I was in uni, I even joined a circle. And saving is a good thing, by the way.
In a circle in uni?
Yeah, I was in uni.
You got to my soccer college.
I didn't have a lot of money though, but the way normally your parents give you some pocket money, right?
It's the same case. I was given the same pocket money.
Yeah, and then you see at times maybe your sister whom you didn't expect and akurusha 500. That's the kind of money I used to save. You see that money that I don't expect, I used to save that, and I also was doing business. But personally now, what I tell, right now, by the way, for me, when it comes to finances, not bragging, but I know I'm good. I'm not yet reached there. Probably I'm continuing to learn more. But from where I stand,
the discipline.
Yeah, the discipline is there. But what I tell someone is, when you're saving, it is way better to save for a specific goal. Because at times if you just save, when there is a small emergency, you reach out for that money, especially if it's in the bank. One of the best place to save in is in circles.
A place where you can't access the money.
Where you can't just access the money anytime. Because for circle, if you want the money, you take it in form of a loan.
And you have to pay the loan.
You have to pay the loan. So it's a bit of discipline, because your savings will always be there, right?
Yes.
So if you're saving, please don't save in a bank, because you that money utakuwa unaitoa sana when you have a little inconvenience, so you want some money. And also be specific what you're saving for. Like for instance, say I am saving for a washing machine. By December I want to have a washing machine. So you break down how much should I be keeping away per month. And trust me, when you get an emergency, like not really something tempting, you won't reach for that money, because you know that money is for washing machine. But if you're just saving without a plan, utachukua uende holiday.
So you're telling Mercy, you're saying that I told you the Mercy, the young Mercy.
I'm telling the young Mercy already. She knew she was saving for her wedding. She was saving for her wedding.
I hope it happened.
Yeah, but
it happened.
Not yet. But I'm just saying, it is also better to save, not just to save. I'm saving, save for something.
Save for a purpose.
Save for a purpose, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's more productive. That's the word.
It's more encouraging.
It's more encouraging, and also you won't be tempted to just use the money anyhow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about friends.
Oh, my friends. Wow. So, friends. What about friends?
So personally, what I tell my younger self about friends or friendship, number one, any good friendship or relation, you see those that you admire, you know, there are people who are friends and you're like, wow, their relationship looks beautiful. I would admire that. It takes effort and time. Like, people have intentionally invested into that friendship. It just doesn't happen. And I didn't know that. Me, I thought, unaona, my girlfriend, tuna flow too. But the reality is, you have to invest time, money. You have to invest into that friendship so that it can blossom.
Okay, for me about friends, what I would say is that as friends, you need to realize that do you have those matching goals, kind of that if I'm headed this way and if because I like it to be divided also when that's the other way around. So kama the goals tuko na goals ambazo zinakaa somehow common, sio? Alafu kuna zile for again about friends, I need to what I would tell you yourself is that understand kuna short term friends and long term friends. There are people who you know for a short period and that is okay, let them go. Others will come to your life when you are like mpaka wa leo you're still together. So it's normal to have such.
By the way, I think also that I would also insist to that Mercy, because I remember there was a time I was really frustrated and thinking, why are my friends, why am I not maintaining a relationship? You know, I'm thinking, if we are friends from high school, we need to be up to now. But the reality is,
that's not possible.
Yeah, there are those, maybe one or two, but most of them, they are seasonal. And it worked for that period and it's okay. You know, it's okay. Yeah. So
and then the other thing is about, you have friends and sometimes saying no to something, saying yes and no, you have to explain to yourself why you are saying no, why you are saying yes. So like we say, and you're saying a no to a friend, not to any person, any case. I know it's a
especially
no.
a friend, no is a statement.
Yes, no is a statement.
You don't have to explain
why I'm saying something and no. Yes.
Yeah, I get that. Wow. Okay, so what would you tell, or what would I tell that Mercy who is struggling with body issues and self-esteem? Did you ever have self-esteem issues growing up?
Of course I
when
had.
you were younger?
Yes, I had.
What was the issue? Can you share with us what was the issue?
My issue was the gap.
Damn, and that's what attracted me to you.
I did.
Such a cute dental formula.
I never used to smile.
By now his pics.
All my pictures are like
his
I never used to smile because I was like, I thought it looks weird. It looked weird at that time. But I no longer care about it. It doesn't bother me. So that's the same thing I'll tell the younger me, please move on. Yes, do your life. Don't have to focus on small issues that you can't even change.
Yeah. I also would tell Mercy, because for me, I also had issues.
What was your issue?
My issue is I had a big booty.
Oh my! Show us.
So it's a bit like protruding like this, and I thought, actually, the thing is, it's people around who tell you. And they used to enjoy me, especially back in high school. Ati nikitembea zinatingika. I used to feel so bad, by the way, and I used to pray, I wish I had a flat ass.
Flat tire.
Imagine. Oh God, thank you God you didn't listen to that. So you can imagine that used to give me issues. So what I tell that girl, Mercy, imagine that thing that you think, like for me, I thought having a big booty is a bad thing. When you grow up, you will realize
it's an asset.
People are paying to have a big booty. So anyway, you never know. Even for the case of Babe, alikuwa nafikiria the gap in his teeth is a bad thing. And guys, let me just tell you, one of the things that attracted me to him was his dental formula, the gap. Like, it was so handsome. I just wanted to see him smile. So at the moment, you might think maybe that feature you're thinking is not cute. That is what someone else will find attractive to you, okay?
Interesting.
And also, if there's other things that you can't change, really don't stress about them. And this is so important. For me, they are my friends or my, what do we call them? Classmates. Some of them are the ones that made me feel insecure about my ass. So if there's someone in your circle who is making you feel bad about something that you can't change, mtu anakuambia you are too short, so nifanye nini? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, there are those people who focus on insecurities all
the
time.
And they keep on reminding you and smashing it to your face.
Yeah.
Get away from them. Get away from those people, because the only thing they'll do is ruin your esteem, your confidence. Stay away from those people. If there's something that keeping on telling you something you can change, achana na wao. Those are just
the other thing I would tell the younger me is that sometimes when you have an insecurity, it's good to play around with it also. You can joke about it. When you joke about it, people forget. People actually they lose the value about your insecurity.
It's true.
Yes.
I remember there is this famous person who keeps on saying, I know I'm ugly. It's like Mungu create, and then by the time anaenda kunipea beauty kanjo ikatokea.
That way.
No one can tell her she's ugly.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah,
she has accepted. Yeah, accepting is the key, I think.
Yeah, hey, that's right. Okay, what should you say about family, friends, relatives, parents?
For me, I will tell the younger me about family is to cultivate that warm relationship all the time. You see, your family, it's the most important pillar you need in this life. So no matter what, these are people you should like always your go-to people when you have issues. Isn't it? Yes. But for the parents, you just need to make an effort to be more closer, because there's a day utafika you wish they were there for you, or just you have someone to talk to. Like now this year for me, I unfortunately I lost my dad this year. And sometimes I feel like maybe I could have done more. I feel like maybe they didn't let down at some point. It's normal to feel that way. Yeah, it's normal to feel that way. But what I would say, when you have that balance, ukiwa young, ama ukiwa in that 20s, and your parents are still there with you, make an effort to visit them, and maybe what can I say about it? What do you think?
I think for parents, try make an effort to be with them, to spend time with them, to just most of the time For normal parents, I know out there we have toxic parents, but if you have like normal parents, most of the time it's not what you give them. It's just being there. Like time. For like Akina Mother, you know how they just want us to be there. Waone Asha, we make stories, that's what they want. So be there. Be present.
Actually, that's the word. Being present. For parents, you need to be present. For
the
family
and siblings.
Family and siblings.
You know, at times for siblings, at times you have love-hate relationship, mnakosana, but at the end of the day, they are family.
You are a family.
Yeah, so cultivate that relationship, okay?
And focus on what brings you together, not what puts you
apart. Yeah, it's so true. So basically now about life, other things. What would you say?
I'm talking to Joseph. I'm going to keep reminding myself. Joseph at 20. What I saying? Marry at 25.
Marry young.
Marry young.
Why would you tell him that?
You know, what I've learned about marriage is about kuna ka focus kengine na kuleteanga different perspective of life. Alafu ni kupeka focus. Unajua kuna ile focus kwa life, unaona? So I imagine myself if my focus ilianza at 25. You know, 25 you are so wild. Mpaka the things you do at 25. So I imagine myself when I was...
You had that focus at 25?
At 25, maybe nilikuwa better. Maybe. I don't know.
So, okay, for me, generally, about life, what I'd love to tell Mercy, hey, number one, when you're entering in any form of partnership, we are doing this together, or I'm doing this for you, please sit down, talk about it. Okay? Talk about it. What will you be doing? What will I be doing? You know, if it's a business, don't say, when we start making profit, tutajua tutagawana aje. Let me tell you, that is doomed to end. From the word go, it's dead on arrival. Because if you can't agree now, talk about it now. What will be my input? How will we be sharing the profit? Or if it's any other form of partnership, what will you be doing? What will I be doing? Agree.
Okay.
So that you can move forward. Don't say, tutajipanga huko mbele, tutajua vile kutaenda. That's when it reaches a point, mimi na feel, nimefililika, ama wewe unaona, we are doing so much and me I'm not seeing. You see, because we didn't really discuss about it. So, discuss from the word go when you're starting. Number 2, Mercy. Learn to have those uncomfortable discussions. You know, things maybe even as married couple, you're like, hii inakuanga na conflict. So you're like, we're going to talk about it. Acha tutuone vile kutaenda.
Sitting under the carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Hiyo kitu, it will come to blow out of you. Like, boom! It will come back to bite you in the ass. Make sure you talk about it. Have those uncomfortable conversations now. Okay, so that kama ni kuagree, to agree hapa. You know, because hizo discussion hizo, kwanza hizo, and maybe in marriage, uto kidogo ndio unashangaa, maybe you did something small like umeacha mlango open. Nina complain, nina jam, nini. But the problem is not the door. The problem is that Kanidi, we've been sitting under the table. That uncomfortable discussions that we've refused to have. So have those discussions. And Mercy, it's okay to say no and you don't have to explain yourself. That's what I tell you.
Wow.
Basically. And I also don't, not that we are wisest, that means we will still continue to learn.
Yes.
Like now I'm feeling, there's a lecture of ours who told us, the moment you start earning, start saving for your retirement. We have never started saving for retirement. Maybe it's something will be like, oh my god, we wish we started at 25. So it's not like you're the wisest people in the room. So anyway, you guys tell us down in the comments.
Let's talk to this younger Sarah was.
Yeah, so far how we have now come to learn life. You are continuing to learn. And also, if you know something, you tell yourself, write it in the comment section.
One more thing, the younger self. Pombe haiendi mahali.
Oh my god, okay.
Pombe haiendi mahali. It's here to stay. It's not running out of stock. Go slow. Go slow.
Yeah.
On some things. That is it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. That's it. If there is something you've learned over the years, comment down below. Tell us, what would you tell your younger self? Sindio?
Yes.
Yes.
We will keep talking to our younger self. This is a conversation anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh, so thank you guys for watching. Hey, I've talked back on my voice. Have a terrible cold, guys. So thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video.
Yeah,
What's your name?